Your market demands you write the best book possible to position you as an authority. You're going for quality, so you want to make sure your writing is the best it can be. When it comes to putting your ideas and solutions into the world, it's important that your readers get who you are and what you do. You especially care that your voice will be preserved. But how can you know if your voice will be preserved before you hire an editor for your nonfiction book? Well, here's where the magic lies, both for me and for you as an author. It's in the sample edit. I do a 3-page complimentary sample edit of your work from your manuscript. Sure, you might get value from looking at the before and after of someone else's edits, but you and I get on the same page when you can see a sample edit from your own manuscript. In fact, if you're interviewing several editors, be sure to ask each one for a sample edit. Then you'll come closer to comparing apples to apples when making your choice. So what is the magic in the sample edit? 3 things. First, you get to see exactly how the editor approaches what you've written. Second, you see for yourself if the edits changed your voice. And third, you have common ground for discussing the level of editing required. It puts us on the same page. But before doing the sample edit, I ask you to complete what I call a planner. This is a questionnaire that gets you to articulate why you wrote the book and what you expect from the editing process. Then, after the sample edit, one of 2 things happen. I either deem your manuscript ready for content copy editing, or I recommend a manuscript review first. What is a manuscript review? It's a macro edit that's often called a developmental edit. Here's how it works. I read your manuscript and analyze its outline and content in general. I assess how well the chapters you've written meet the goals stated in your planner. And then I suggest how to make specific structural and strategic changes. You make those changes and get it closer to being ready for the content copy editing phase. Now, your manuscript doesn't require a manuscript review if you can answer yes to these 3 questions. Have you finalized the number and sequencing of your chapters? Have you reevaluated the content yourself more than once and even had peers review it? And perhaps the most important question, does the manuscript include all of the content you want? Now, say you've answered yes to these 3 questions and you've accepted my editing plan. Whoopee! Then the content copy editing begins. From there, you can typically expect 3 editorial reviews of your manuscript. An initial edit with corrections, questions, suggestions. Think of it as your writing getting a deep massage, not a fluff and buff. A second review incorporates all of the changes and additions you make after the initial deep edit. And third, a final proofread is done to catch any lingering gremlins that get through. So to quickly summarize my process for editing your nonfiction book, it starts with a planner and a 3-page complimentary sample edit. Then you receive an editing plan that spells out a project fee, timeline, and payment policy. When you accept this plan, it becomes our agreement and our truck to run on. And then 3 editorial reviews follow. Are you eager to get started? So am I. Simply download the planner, complete it, and return it to me via email. That will get the process rolling.